Hey everybody, it's me Jill and welcome to Jill Informed. This is the recap of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Season 4, Episode 5, The Nastiness and Rumors. Well, we get a cold open with Seth and Meredith out to dinner. He asks her about the trip to Palm Springs and Meredith says, I'm still trying to digest what happened. We got to Trixie Motel. Not only is Whitney already there with Angie, but she unleashed on me at dinner. Let me back up. Lisa lost her ring in the airport bathroom. She and Monica had a little disagreement, and Angie's behavior was relentless. You know, there are all these rumors about Angie's marriage. And Seth goes, oh, what the frick are the rumors about Angie K? Seth, are you one of us now? Yes, bring on the rumors. And also bonus points for calling her Angie K. I kind of love that. Meredith just says, I think it's somewhat ironic that this woman is trying to tear into me and doesn't think that karma is going to be served to her. Okay, so now we get the taglines, and then we see Lisa walking into a facial bar, and she's meeting Meredith there. Side note, I hope they know how to do Lisa's facial without her taking her makeup off, because we know that's not going to happen. While they're waiting, Meredith is complaining about her spray tan being all blotchy, and Lisa said, where did you go? And she said, I just went to Park City. And she goes, oh, I got banned from there. Yeah, I'm banned from that place. Let me guess. She wanted them to give her a spray tan over her makeup. No, Lisa tells us, I went in there and I was like, I have an event tomorrow, but they were closing in 30 minutes and they told me they couldn't do it. And, you know, it escalated and I was like, let me f***ing tan. Although, you know, she was probably a monster to those poor people that work there. You know, it's so funny the way she yelled and didn't take no for an answer when she was told there wasn't enough time because the place was closing in a half hour. Anyway, then she said, you have to leave. And I got an email from corporate saying, we've really appreciated your business over the last 8 years, but we're canceling your membership. And then John was like, oh no, now I have to cancel mine too. Yeah. Fun story of privilege and greed. Okay, so Meredith sticks her face into this machine that's going to read, I guess, I don't know, where she might have some skin damage or something. Whatever's wrong with her skin. It's this sort of X-ray kind of machine that she puts her face in. And what we get out of it is 3 somewhat unflattering pictures. The middle one in particular, that one is rough and a little scary. Lisa's like, oh, you look like an avatar, because it's mostly blue. She has pretty good skin overall. I think the girl just said you have some dry skin we need to look at. And she's like, okay. And now Lisa is afraid to do it. You can do it with makeup. I could tell Meredith had her makeup on and stuff. But I think just that the image was a little scary and she's like, oh, I don't want to do it. But she did. And it is worse than Meredith's. It looks like a rotting corpse. It's bad. It is bad. The girl just tells her she needs exfoliation and God knows what else. But I'm surprised she did it. In her confessional, Lisa just said, yeah, that machine was rude. But shockingly, you're willing to do that, but you won't be seen in a little drag makeup. I mean, come on. Anyway, they start to talk about Palm Springs. Now they're getting their facials. And Lisa does have her makeup off. She looks fine. Lisa said that she just feels like things weren't really resolved in Palm Springs. And so she's having a little après ski party. Not skiing, just the party that comes after it, I guess. And then we get a close-up of her hand. And you guys, did she replace her ring already? Because that looks like 4 bands. And I think when she lost it and we were looking at her hand, it was only 3. So I don't know, either that or somebody found it, but I found that hard to believe. Anyway, so like I said, Lisa is planning this event. She said, Whitney's coming, Heather, Mary's coming, and I'm going to invite Monica too. Meredith goes, oh, good. Yeah, she feels like she, even though she and Monica, not ending things on the best terms, but Lisa just feels like it's kind of a no-win situation. If she doesn't invite her, she looks petty. If she does, she could cause trouble, whatever. She's going to have a talk with her. She does not, however, mention Angie K. And am I mistaken? Isn't Angie K a full-time housewife this year? She is, right? And Mary isn't. How are they getting away with not inviting Angie anywhere? I don't know. Maybe the fact that Angie just shows up anyway. In the next scene, we have Monica, who is meeting Whitney for lunch. They talk about going to Lisa's ski event, after ski event. And Monica feels like she's good with Lisa. Whitney, fair warning, it took me 3 years to get in her good graces. By the way, I feel like we have a lot in common. And I love your energy, but the trip gave me pause for thought. And Monica goes, why, Whitney? Because you came after Lisa and Angie. And Monica's like, look, if your friend is acting crazy, you should call them out. Kind of like you're doing to me right now. I thought Angie had said some really hurtful things about Meredith's business. And that's really what set me off, Whitney. From my perspective, it looked like you were going against your two friends and sticking up for Meredith and Heather. Why Heather? Was she sticking up for Heather? I didn't notice that. So it seems like a huge flip. And Monica's like, I stand by what I said. Yes, I like that. Probably because that's how I would be. I've said this before, I'm not a ride or die. I'm a loyal friend. I will never betray a trust or something like that. But if my friend is doing something wrong, I'm not going to defend that. I think when you blindly support like bad behavior, it makes you look like an idiot. So Whitney goes, wait, I'm sensing you're getting defensive. Monica goes, I am, yes. Whitney, I don't want that. I just want you to explain. Well, she did. Monica, I feel like I am explaining myself. Maybe you're just not used to dealing with someone like me. Whitney didn't like that. Monica goes on to say, I felt like Angie was out of line. And as I told her, as a friend, I'm going to call you out when I feel like you're digging a hole. Whitney, thank you for explaining. Because I thought, damn, is this how we do friendships? And Monica's like, no, I'm glad you came to me. I felt like Meredith needed someone to have her back. Oh, you had her and then you lost her, Monica. Whitney, just be careful with Meredith. At the airport, she pulled me aside and said, you should be warned that I have dirt on Angie. And Monica goes, I mean, did she say it in a nice way? Like, I'm just letting you know I have... Whitney, no. She got her very serious eye out. She got her serious eye out. Whitney, you should be warned. And Monica's like, oh, wow. Yeah. Whitney goes, it's what she does. She's done it to every single one of us. In Whitney's confessional, she's like, why can't Meredith just have a normal hobby, like going to yoga or collecting trinkets or bird watching? So Monica says, did you tell Angie what Meredith said? Whitney, no, I haven't seen her yet. I honestly don't want to get involved in the Angie Meredith thing because I'm trying to... Now Monica interrupts her and goes, I feel like you're scared. Are you scared of Meredith? She is still a little... She might appreciate that Whitney confronted her, but she's kind of pissed. I think she's just still kind of coming at her a little bit. And Whitney goes, no, I'm not afraid. I just hate when she gets on a cycle like this. And Monica said, I think the Angie and Meredith issue goes way deep. And I think it's going to blow up. Okay, so now we do a few scenes that are family oriented. And the first one is Whitney. She's at home with her kids and Justin, and she has like a Superman cake for him because Justin has gotten a new job. The kids look so old to me. They're 10 and 12. But I don't know, they look older than that. Yeah, Justin has apparently found a job that doesn't care that he has sex and chocolate on TV. I think that was why he got fired from the last one. And then they have a weird, this is also weird. Whitney tells us that it's been a year because he had a non-compete clause at his last job. And so he couldn't work for a year. And now that the year is up, he can work. That's not how a non-compete clause works, right? You're preventing someone from like providing for their family for an entire year? Isn't it just that maybe he can't work in the same industry or something? I don't know. Anyway, it's been a year and now he has a new job. So as I started to say before, they're having this conversation that feels very much like something that should have been worked out a long time ago. Like maybe before Justin accepted the offer. Whitney is acting like she's just hearing for the first time that Justin can't drop off and pick up the kids because, he's going to be at work. And Whitney's like, and you have a job and now you expect me to pick up and drop off the kids and do the laundry and do the cooking. And I've got my 2 businesses. I don't want all this falling on me. Yeah, I mean, I'd say hire a housekeeper or a nanny or something. But now Whitney is saying that it's because Bobby is turning 13 and it's so important at that age for a girl to have her parents present in her life. I remember being a 13-year-old girl without present parents, and our kids need us. But they both need their careers as well, so they don't know what to do. I mean, it's not the first household to have 2 working parents. I think you can still be present in their lives and make sure you know what's going on with them. And you know what I mean? Like, I think you could still make it work. Get a little bit of help in terms of driving the kids to events or whatever and picking them up from school. Hire someone to cook healthy meals for you even. You can afford that. And over dinner, you have time to talk to your kids and be with them in the evening. Well, I just feel like lots of families do that, is my point. Okay, and next we're at home with Angie and her daughter Electra and her husband Sean. She says that when Electra was born, she kind of became the focus of the family. It used to be just Angie and Sean and, do everything together. And now Electra has become, the center of their world. She gets all the attention. Angie said, I know my husband would like more intimacy, but I'm having a hard time not focusing on being a mom to Electra. And also being Greek takes up a lot of my focus. Just reminding people that I'm Greek. I will say this, at least it looked like Electra was sleeping in her own bed. Maybe she doesn't stay there all night, but she was starting off that way at least. And then we are with Heather and her daughters. Well, 2 of her daughters anyway, and they're going skiing. I think her oldest daughter's in college, right? I'm thinking. Anyway, one of her daughters, Annabelle, is being bullied at school. I guess she was giving a speech in class and one of the kids turned their chair away from her. And is this a Mormon school? Because she said something about that's not very loving and whatever the wording she used, I don't remember. But then also she was kind of alluding to the fact that this is backlash that her kids are facing based on her book, Bad Mormon. So it's either that the school is Mormon or it's just that, the kids and their parents are Mormon. I guess both of her daughters were called See You Next Tuesdays. One of them, it was written on a cookie they gave her. It's not funny, but I mean, it's just weird that it was on a cookie. But the girls seem to be handling it in stride. They're like, it's fine. I don't want you to do anything. It's worse when you threaten to talk to my teacher. That makes it worse for me. I don't really care. Annabelle says, that's their issue. Her other daughter was like, you know what? We live rent-free in their mind. That's their problem. We're good. Heather's not good. Heather's crying. She's like, this is wrong. It's abusive. And she would like to write another book, but not if it's at the cost of her girls, like if they're going to have to suffer for it. Okay, enough family. It is time for Lisa's party. Side note, I would just like to say that I do find it interesting, although it is only episode 5, right? I do find it interesting that we haven't seen Jack or Henry, Lisa's boys, at all. And there's a lot of talk about Jack, right? Because he's going on a 2-year mission, and yet they've not been on camera once. I don't know if that's like on purpose, or I don't know. Is Lisa trying to protect him? I just found it interesting that we haven't seen them yet. Maybe we will. Anyway, it is time for Lisa's party. It's in some, like, I don't know, beautiful chalet type thing. And Angie is, in fact, there. I don't think she's crashing it either. I think she was invited. But I do think it's interesting that Lisa didn't tell Meredith that Angie was coming. She probably could figure it anyway because she's part of the show. But it was funny that she just, when she was rattling off the list of everyone she invited, she didn't mention Angie K. Angie looks like her identity is being protected. She has a pair of sunglasses that look like, the black bar you put across someone's face when they haven't given permission for you to use their photo. They're cool, but it's funny. And boy, Lisa wastes no time in confronting Monica. I don't like being called materialistic. And Monica's like, well, I had to do a prickly. And Lisa said, I'm fine with the prickly. But when you took it all the way to you're a piece of shit in the Sprinter van. Yeah, Monica confused me that night in the van. I have so far really liked her a lot. That one, this is how I'm not a ride or die, you guys. She lost me with that going off on the inequality thing, and some people don't have the kind of money you have, and she's not wrong about all of it. But this is Housewives. I'm sorry, what housewife from any franchise do you know that doesn't flaunt their wealth or wear designer stuff or wear, advertise for designers on their clothing? Look at Dorit. I mean, this is what we signed up for. When you're watching Housewives, you're taking a peek, supposedly, you're taking a peek into the lives of the very wealthy. I liked it the night they were doing the warm and fuzzy, cold and prickly, because I liked that she called her out for constantly whining about her ring and how much it was, constantly mentioning it was $60,000, by the way. I don't know if you guys remember that. 60 grand. So I loved that she called her out and said, hey, there are people that don't have that. But then you're done. That's enough. You called her out on it. She's aware of it. She is who she is. The issue that night was that she wouldn't participate in the drag thing, and that didn't have anything to do with how much money she has or doesn't have or whether she brags about it or doesn't. So that was my issue with Monica there. And I felt like Monica, I don't know if she was drinking or what, but there was nothing, she had gone off kind of. She was like too extreme too. And, all the stroking in the world with the head of a plastic flamingo was not going to calm her down. And, Angie tried. She did her best. So weird. So anyway, Lisa goes, everyone in this room is materialistic. Beaumont, Valentino. And Monica goes, yeah, and Zara, Steve Madden. And Lisa goes, and that's fine for you. But if you're going to judge me, then judge everybody in this room. So then Monica says something like, well, no, I'm not going to judge everyone in the room because they weren't bragging about, I could have flown private with Snoop Dogg. Oh, God. I got to hear this story. Lisa, I never said that. Never. I never said that ever. And she walks away, and Monica's like, oh, great. Walk away. In Monica's confessional, she said, I forget when this was, but I was running through an airport so that I could give Lisa something from Jen. And she was crying about how I could be on a private jet with Snoop Dogg right now. Now Heather says, I have a picture of me with Snoop. She didn't have it on her, but of course Bravo has found it and pulled it up for us. It's from 2015. And they're all just bickering back and forth, and in walks Mary Cosby. Now Angie's jumping in, and she is after Monica, and Monica's like, you better stop because you have no idea what a Pandora's box you're about to open. And she's confused, of course. Lisa now defending Angie. Wait, that's not fair. And Monica's like, get your finger out of my face. Get your finger out of my face. Get your finger out of my face. They actually somehow make up from this. I don't know. It happened so fast. I'm not even sure what happened. But Lisa's like, I'm deeper than you think I am. And Monica goes, I don't think you're shallow. And they stand up and hug. How did we go from fingers in the face to hugging? I think they were both getting tired. You know, that would be me. If I were to ever become a housewife, which I would not, the fighting would just be so tiresome. I could see right in the middle me going, you know what? Let's hug it out. I'm exhausted. I'd like a crepe. Those look delicious. So can we just end this? Anyway, Monica is getting a redo on her crepe. I don't know why. I don't know what happened to the first one, but so she gets her, and it's got whipped cream and chocolate drizzled on it. It looks delicious. And she goes and sits down next to Mary, who looks at it like it's a plate of dog. What is that? And Monica goes, it's a chocolate raspberry crepe. Mary, you like to eat. You're always eating when I see you. Monica, I love to eat. Mary, Mary, it's like because Monica isn't offended already, which any normal person would be, Mary's got to keep going until she does get offended. She's like, but you don't care what you eat? Do you eat vegetables? I'm sorry. If I didn't just see Mary ordering a fish sandwich, 6-piece nuggets, and a large fry from McDonald's, she may have a point. But I did witness that, and she doesn't. Do you eat vegetables? Says the woman who ordered McDonald's from the van. I mean, come on. That's some balls on you, girl. Monica's just like, there was raspberry in it, like fruit. Mary goes, 'cause you're a beautiful girl. Don't just eat your life away. Mary! In Monica's confessional, she goes, I love that Mary is unapologetically herself. I do. And it is my mission to get her to like me. Which is another reason why I like Monica, because yes, of course we love Mary. She's a character. It's just, I would never want to run into her in person because she would criticize me from head to toe, and I am not as strong as Monica. So Meredith is now sitting down with them, and Monica asks Meredith if she had seen Angie there or whatever, if she had talked to her. And she said, no. Why? About what? And she said, if Angie came over and asked if you would talk with her today, would you? And Meredith said, she should do whatever resonates with her. So now Whitney comes over with a shot ski, and they all do a shot. Well, Mary doesn't, of course. And Whitney asks Monica if she'll come over and have a talk with her. And what is going on here, you guys? It's so blatant. Whitney is very blatantly trying to get Monica to stir the pot for her so that her hands can be clean, I guess. I don't know. But Whitney, they sit down and Whitney says, I told you Meredith made a threat about Angie. I don't really want to do anything about it, but Angie is our friend. And Monica's like, right. She's standing here with all of us. And if this was going on behind my back, I'd want someone to tell me. And Monica goes, yeah, I would want to know too. Whitney, do you know what the rumor is? And Monica goes, do you know what the rumor is? Whitney, no. I only know the threat that Meredith gave me that Angie should be warned. And Monica goes, well, everyone's heard it. I'm surprised you haven't. Side note, I'm sure she has. If everyone heard it, I'm sure Whitney heard it. It's that Whitney is making you say it on camera, Monica. Are you new here? I mean, I know she is, but like you used to work for Jen Shah, so you know how this show goes, or any franchise of Housewives. It doesn't matter because Monica is allowing herself to be the person that says what the rumor is on camera. Yeah, she says, to be completely frank, people are talking about how her husband is fucking other men. And, sure. Would it be Housewives if we didn't have a gay husband rumor? Like, God, can we not think of something new? Have him, I don't know, fucking the family dog. No, that's too close to home. I shouldn't have said that because that poodle does sleep in their bed and I don't want to put that on her. I don't know, just be more imaginative. I guess the spin on this one, as Monica goes on, is that Angie actually knows about it. They have an arrangement and that like their marriage is completely fake. Why Angie would go along with that? What's the motivation for Angie to be someone's beard? I don't know. Does it go further than that? Is Angie a dude? I mean, her voice is very low. Is she a lesbian and doesn't care? But no, then wouldn't she want to be with a woman that she loves? Like it's so dumb. I don't understand. Why would Angie be in this arrangement with him? It makes no sense. So Whitney, in the acting job of her life, no, there's no way. Angie needs to know. I feel like I'm going to pass out. Why, though? Why are you going to pass out? Because you believe it? Shouldn't we just all be laughing at the ridiculousness of it? Look, the rumor is that Angie knows about it. So it's easily debunked by asking Angie. Either she knows, and this will come as no surprise to her, or she doesn't know, thereby making the rumor false, right? Because the rumor is that she knows. So this one's simple. Nobody is accusing him of sleeping with men behind her back. Now that might involve, now we got to go ask Sean. But we don't even have to ask Sean. So this one's pretty simple. Whitney says, Meredith should be the last person to talk about this. Monica suggests that they all get a shot before they go and deal with it. I'm upset that Whitney's playing Monica. I mean, maybe she isn't. Maybe Monica wants to do this. That's a little disappointing. I'm so naive. I'm sure this whole thing was planned ahead of time by producers. Here's what you'll do, pull her aside, and then she'll be the one that says it. I don't know. I'm speculating, but what wasn't planned by the producers is Mary now saying across the room to Heather, Heather, what made you wear that necklace? Heather, these ladies know her. They just know how to play Mary. Heather goes, I love this necklace. Mary, you do? Heather. Yes, I think it brings out the champagne of the coat. I think it adds flair to the turtleneck. I have the matching earrings. Mary. You totally missed it on that one. All right, so Whitney and Monica go find Angie, and Whitney makes her have a drink, and Angie's like, what? What's happening? Why? Okay, I'll have a drink. And she does it down the ice luge. And okay, they sit down. Monica, have Angie be in the middle. Angie's like, I'm uncomfortable with the way what? Why? What's happening? I'm Greek. Is this anything having to do with me being Greek? Whitney. In Palm Springs, Meredith said to both Lisa and I that she knows stuff about your marriage and your husband and threatened that you should be careful. And that's why we're telling you to nip it in the butt. Monica, is it butt or bud? Nip it in the bud. And just like that, I am back to loving Monica. Whitney goes, I don't know. And Monica's like, well, you said nip it in the bud. I think it's nip it in the bud. And Angie goes, it doesn't matter. Who cares about that, guys? I'm Greek. She's spreading rumors about my marriage. Now there's this long pause as they both look at Monica, Whitney and Angie. And Monica goes, the rumor is that Sean likes to other men. Angie, she is crazy. I've been with my husband for 27 years. We are very loyal to one another. Meredith loves to lie about other people's marriages. And the only one who is spreading their legs outside of their marriage is Meredith. I mean, to be fair, Sean wouldn't really be spreading his legs, but that's nitpicking. I get the point. But two things here. One, the rumor was that this was an arrangement, Angie knew about it, and their marriage was a sham. Well, Angie doesn't know about it, so the rumor's false. And two, did Meredith tell Monica what the rumor was? I don't think so. Monica just said everybody knows the rumor. So did Monica just hear it through the grapevine? You know, nobody revealed what the rumor was on the show except for Monica right now. Maybe Meredith heard a different rumor. I mean, who knows? Now Monica says, she's saying that Sean's boyfriends need to be quiet because they're the ones out there in the streets of Salt Lake City talking about fucking your husband. Yeah, and off Angie goes to go confront Meredith. And that is where this episode ends. Yeah, well, wow, there was even more to the rumor that these men that he's been with are now spreading the gossip all over. I mean, that could be where Monica heard it. If it's all over the streets of Salt Lake City, then anybody could have heard it. I don't know. Personally, a couple of things for me. One, I'm so tired of the gay husband rumor. I don't know. Maybe it's because I grew up in a big city and where it's just not that big of a deal. I'm not buying it. And also, it just feels like such fake acting to be outraged by it. I know that if someone said that there's a rumor that my husband was gay, my gut reaction would be to laugh and then be like, what? He's not. And then two, I wonder if this is idiotic people think that because he's a hairstylist, he must be gay, which is very antiquated way of thinking. And that's annoying. I don't know. But in any case, that's it for this episode. I hope you guys liked the recap. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Also, if you click on the bell icon, you'll get a notification every time I post something new. In the description box below, you will find links to Amazon. I am an Amazon associate, and if you go through any one of my links and purchase anything that you want, I will get a percentage of that. So I appreciate that. Thank you in advance. I love you guys, and I will see you next week. Bye.